The streets have been whispering for years, but now it's no longer just rumors. Nipsey Hussle's brother, Black Sam, has finally come forward with a haunting truth that's shaking everyone to their core. This isn't just speculation anymore. The feds? Yeah, they're stepping in with actual receipts.
He was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout.
That clip you just heard? That was Black Sam, raw, emotional, and unfiltered, revealing what so many feared might be true. Nipsey Hussle didn't just fall victim to a random act of violence. No, Sam believes Nip was targeted. And now, the name on everyone's lips is Big U. Let that sink in. Because it's no coincidence that Big U was just indicted the other day. Number coincidence. At all. For years, folks in the streets have raised eyebrows about Big U's connection to Nip's death. And loose cannon? He wasn't silent. He spoke on it, not once, not twice, but multiple times, dropping hints that people brushed off until now.
Big U, you keep posting pictures. Like, bro, nobody is believing that. That's after Nipsey death. Like, tell the world, like, you made the phone call. I'm not saying you had anything to do with it, right? Because I doubt it. But you knew what was gonna happen, and you gave the okay for it to happen. You didn't stop it.
And if you thought that was just street gossip, think again. Even Whack 100 jumped in and tried to clean the story up on No Jumper, but instead, it only confirmed what people already suspected.
You pretty much saying he called you, told you Nip got. You called Nip in a panic. He answered the phone. When you hear his voice, you like, well, Nip ain't dead, but you don't warn him what he said. 30 minutes later, you get a call after the fact, Nip dead.
Yeah,
But let's be real. Black Sam isn't the only one with receipts or suspicions. Because SKG, yes, the same SKG who's never been afraid to speak truth to power, she didn't just speak out, she called Big U out directly. And she did it publicly.
All the allegations are true, yeah.
I mean, why do you say so?
Because I was a victim, and the things that he has done to me, he's a monster, and everything that he's getting right now, he definitely deserves it.
SKG straight up took to Instagram and posted a heartfelt photo of her with Nip. The caption? Absolutely heartbreaking. The truth is about to come out about what happened to you, Nip. No matter what we went through, I always wanted to see you win. You deserve to be here. That monster was always jealous of you. The jealousy was real, but your legacy surpassed their hate. That monster she's talking about, Big U, and that's not even the half of it. Because long before this went public, there was already tension boiling between Nip and Big U. A falling out that turned downright ugly over something as petty as recording equipment. And you know what Nip did? He clapped back the way only a real artist can, with a diss track called You Don't Got a Clue. But Big U wasn't about to let that slide. He allegedly tried to get Nip disciplined over the song. That's when things turned violent. Shots were fired. The LAPD had to step in. And yes, this feud became much bigger than just a rap beef. Now look, Eric Holder was convicted for Nip's murder. That much we know. But there's nothing in that conviction tying Big U directly to the hit. Still, something doesn't add up. Because while Big U may not be named in that case, he's now facing heavy-duty federal charges. And they're no joke. We're talking about running what prosecutors are calling a mafia-like operation. Think extortion, human trafficking, fraud, the works. And let's just say, when you connect all the dots between those federal charges and Nipsey's strained history with Big U, people are starting to wonder if we've only scratched the surface. SKG? She's been saying it for years. Big U, she claims, is a menace to the community. She says he assaulted her while she was pregnant, right at Nipsey's shop. She alleges that Nip and his late associate Fats actually set her up after Big U felt disrespected during a meeting with LA's KDA radio station. And that's just the beginning. SKG claims Big U used fear to control and extort Crenshaw businesses for years. The emotional trauma? It's taken a toll. But now, with Big U finally facing charges, she says she's breathing easier for the first time in a long time. And she's not staying silent. she's reaching out to other alleged victims, like the family of Rayshawn Williams, who was reportedly taken out in 2021, possibly at the hands of Big U. She's even warned that Nipsey's case might not be the only one Big U's connected to. And while Big U is denying it all, calling the charges a setup to destroy his rep, SKG's testimony is like gasoline on a wildfire. Now let's talk about Fats. If you know, you know. Fats wasn't just Nip's close friend. He was a pillar of the All Money In crew, the guy who held things down behind the scenes. In 2017, Fats was gunned down while working security at a marijuana dispensary in Hyde Park. A light-colored sedan pulled up, shots rang out. Just like that, he was gone, and now people are pointing fingers again. There's no hard evidence linking Big U to that shooting, but the timing, the context, the feds closing in, it's all too suspicious to ignore. What we do know is that the LAPD is still investigating, but everyone's side-eyeing Big U's past and wondering if it's finally catching up to him. Let's rewind though, because to understand this whole mess, we have to go back to where it all started, Nip and Big U's partnership and its catastrophic breakdown. See, Big U used to be Nipsey's manager, but once Nipsey started rising, things got icy. Nipsey cut ties. Big U wasn't happy. So what did he do? He pulled up to Nip's studio and snatched all the equipment he had helped provide. Petty doesn't even begin to describe it, and that wasn't the end. One day, Nip was shooting a video with YG when he got tipped off about a possible setup. Instead of walking into it, he made a move, changed locations. Guess who showed up later, reportedly trying to cause problems? Big U and his crew. Nip wasn't backing down though. He confronted Big U, asked him straight up why he was trying to sabotage him. Big U got heated, claimed Nip disrespected him, made a diss track. Then, he threw a water bottle at Nip. A fight broke out. People expected Big U to dominate, but Nipsey held his ground so well, Big U had to call for backup. Facts. But the drama didn't end there. Big U allegedly kept pressing on Nip's businesses, especially the Marathon store. One day, Big U and his people pulled up to intimidate Nip into accepting discipline. Only this time, Black Sam stepped in. He refused to let his brother get ambushed. Things escalated. A full-on brawl broke out. Shots rang out in the air. Police swarmed the scene. But here's the kicker. Big U walked away. Sam got arrested. Now, back to Fats. The whispers? They've been around for years. Word is, Big U wanted to extort him too. But Fats wasn't going for it. One day, someone lured him out with a business deal, told him to walk to a specific corner. He went, in flip-flops and a Marathon shirt. That was the last time anyone saw him alive. He was ambushed, gunned down. Witnesses say a car peeled off right after the hit. Fats' death rocked the community, just like Nipsey's would 2 years later. And now, with Big U finally facing federal charges, everyone's wondering if justice is finally catching up with him. With all eyes on Big U, the streets are buzzing louder than ever. Why? Because he's no longer just a suspect in the court of public opinion. He's now knee-deep in federal trouble, and the charges are straight out of a crime thriller. Just days ago, Big U turned himself in after being on the run. That's right. He was dodging authorities before finally walking into custody like a man with nowhere left to hide. And when he showed up in court, the judge took one look at the mountain of accusations and ordered that he stay locked up. No bail, no freedom, no walking the streets of LA like everything's fine. The feds, they're not playing. They're calling this case part of Operation Drawdown, a massive sweep targeting high-level gang activity in California. And Big U, he's at the top of their list. According to prosecutors, Big U has been running a mafia-style criminal organization since at least 2010. They're calling it Big U Enterprise, a shadowy empire allegedly tied to the Rollin 60s. They say he's been pulling strings for over a decade, extorting businesses, trafficking humans, stealing from the government, and shaking down his own community for power and money. And that's not even the wildest part. He's now being looked at in connection to the 2021 death of Rayshawn Williams, a man who's believed by many to be another victim of Big U's ruthless empire. But wait, it gets even messier. One of the jaw-dropping charges? Fraudulently obtaining COVID-19 relief funds. Yup, during the pandemic, while people were suffering, Big U was allegedly lining his pockets. And if that wasn't enough, investigators claim he stole from his own nonprofit. A nonprofit, by the way, that was supposed to help youth in his community. a nonprofit that had high-profile donors including NBA players. You can't make this up. People trusted him to lead. Instead, prosecutors say he turned those donations into part of a criminal operation, and even now, with all this pressure crashing down on him, Big U's standing firm in denial. He's taken to social media screaming that it's all lies, that the government is trying to destroy his name, paint him as a monster. But the streets? They're no longer convinced, because when you add up everything, Black Sam's gut-wrenching warning, SKG's disturbing testimony, Loose Cannon's repeated alarms, the tension, the disses, the fights, the alleged setups, the bodies, it starts to look like more than just bad blood. This is systemic, calculated, sinister, and people are finally connecting the dots. The question hanging in the air like thick smog over Crenshaw is simple but terrifying. Was Big U behind Nipsey Hussle's death? Was this all some long game of revenge? Did jealousy push him to orchestrate the downfall of the man who walked away from his control? Because here's what we do know. Nipsey Hussle was becoming unstoppable. He had global respect, business power, and deep love from the community. And some people can't stand to see someone they used to control win without them. Big U once had a hand in building Nip's career, but when Nip outgrew him, cut ties, created his own path, thrived, that's when things started unraveling. The pettiness, the sabotage, the physical confrontations, all of it started after Nip chose freedom over loyalty to a man with a dark past. And yet, even as the heat turns all the way up, Big U is trying to play victim, posting cryptic messages, crying, "Set up." But people are tired. Too many lives have been shattered. Black Sam said it best. Nipsey's death wasn't random. He saw it coming, he warned him, and now, looking back, that warning feels like a prophecy. The truth is boiling over, and the feds aren't done. Because if SKG is right, if Loose Cannon's whispers were facts, if Black Sam's final warning is now backed by receipts, then this case might be way bigger than anyone imagined. This could be the fall of Big U, and not just in the courtroom. In the court of the people, in the hearts of the community he claimed to serve, his empire may already be crumbling. So what happens next? We wait, we watch, we pray that the truth comes out, every last twisted, buried piece of it. Because Nipsey Hussle wasn't just a rapper, he was a visionary, a community builder, a father, a legend. And if he was taken out by someone he once trusted, someone who walked beside him in the early days, then justice needs to burn bright. Whether it's through federal court, street justice, or history itself, truth doesn't stay buried. Do you think Big U had something to do with Nipsey's death? Do you believe the feds have enough to finally bring him down? Let us know in the comments below, because this story, it's far from over. And now, the whole world is watching.